Let's meet our team. I want to ask our D, Shannon, to come up. This is our D. Give her a big hand. And I want to ask our C. Obviously, I brought the disc with me. Our C, Miss Charlotte, to come up. If you know anything about an expo event, you need a disc to make it work. They all don't need to show up at the same time, but they all need to participate in one form or fashion. You need a D because nothing happens without it. Everything rises and falls on leadership, and everybody's a leader, but a D makes it happen, and they're packing. And then a C, goodness sakes, how you're ever going to get all those little things together and have an order on your booth. You see how that table looks right here? Obviously not organized or orderly for the expo, but beautiful in the mind of an S. This wigs out C's. They would never do that. Look at this. See, big difference here. You get it?
Got it.
Good. Of course, nothing happens without eyes. So bring our eyes up, team. And by the way, you need two. Because God gave you how many eyes?
2 eyes.
2 eyes. You need 2 eyes to see. Can't see with one. So our eyes are here. And by the way, we've dissed these folks and they're not just acting, I think. No, they haven't. They're not. Let me say, with the eyes, they're the influencers. They're the ones that when you meet them, you're magnetized to them. I'm an I and I'm a D and I'm a D and I'm an I and I'm morph SC. Because when you learn this stuff, you learn how to morph up, down, and across, and I can train that to your team. It's very, very important. If you're a one-horse show, and I've been that myself, that you learn how to work the disc for your favor. When we do the follow-up training seminar on September the 20th, I will train you how to morph through the DISC for powerful profits from your prospects. We'll do a sales training seminar. I don't even know what it's called. Do you, sir? Sales training seminar. September the 20th. You must have an S or you will have an issue at the expo. Loyalty. And bring up our S, my most favorite one, my lovely wife, Beverly. And she has to be an S to put up with me. All right. Okay. So, did you know that you never, ever, ever get a second chance to make a first impression?
Bryce got that boom, boom, boom. Bryce got that boom, boom, boom. Bryce got that boom, boom, boom. Bryce got that boom.
We're trying to get ready for the expo. Stop.
Bryce got that boom, boom, boom. Bryce got that boom, boom, boom. Bryce got that boom, boom, boom.
Stop! Stop! I've got the boom, boom, boom.
Bryce got that boom, boom, boom. Bryce got that boom, boom, boom. Bryce got that boom, boom, boom. Bryce got that boom, boom, boom. Bryce got that boom, boom, boom. Bryce got that boom, boom, boom. Bryce got that boom, boom, boom.
Give him a big hand.
Boom, boom, boom. Bryce got that
If you want to make an impact at the expo, I suggest you have a boom, boom, boom. Have something that somebody's going to feel when they touch and meet your people. Something that impacts them in their spirit, because people buy emotionally. People want to buy from people they trust. The best definition of sales is helping people buy or helping people get what they want or need. Sales is a good word, and we'll tell you more about that at the end. But you know this. This is all new to you. No, you know this. You're experts, okay? You know what I'm talking about. First, you must sell yourself before you sell your product. All right? Next slide. This is what it's all about, return on investment. I don't know about you, but this is fake money. Came out of the game of life. But it says on here, $50,000. I mean, isn't what it's all about, right? Return on investment. How we're going to maximize it. How we're going to get some back. Well, that goes back to understanding, first of all, how much are you investing? So how much is in your budget? You need to come up with a number, because the only way you're going to know a return is first you start with your what? Your pencil, your marker. How much you're going to invest? How much is it for your teams? Anybody know? Give me a number. Quickly, give me a number. $1,200, $1,500. What's the average, Sarah? Average people invested last year, 15, 12, 8, 9, I can't remember.
I don't know what the average is, but I know when I owned my own event planning company, we invested probably about $2,000.
So we're going to invest $2,000 into the expo. And that's probably, for some of you, over the top, because some of you are going to be lean and mean like our team. I can tell you our team, we don't have $2,000 to put in. We might not even have $200. So it's not how much you put in, but what's important is you know how much. Does that make sense to anybody? It's not how much. You need enough. You don't want to have a table and just you sitting on it or laying down going, I'm tired, there's nobody here but me. Been walking around this thing, you know. No, that would be a bed. So what we're talking about is you have to have enough, you have to have a budget, you have to know what your investment is, but in order to get the ROI, the return on investment, what's next? You must understand how you're going to pay that back. How many of you, just let me ask you, what is your average dollar sale? Average dollar sale. In other words, if you're in the retail business or if you own your own business, what's your average dollar sale? Raise your hand and tell me your average dollar sale for this past 6 months. Oh, yes, sir?
$8,000.
8? So he has an $8,000 average dollar sale. Now, if I'm not the mathematician, but I have an accountant friend with me, so Gina, help me out. How many sales does he have to make in order to return his investment?
Let's see, 1.
Now, wait a minute. Did you do the math right? I saw 25% of 1. 25%, $8,000.
Okay, yeah.
He only has to get someone to first step, and I'm certain if it's an $8,000 sale, you have a 7-step process to sell it or a 13-step process. So if you can just get someone in your little funnel here, and we can put somebody in there, if you get 4 people, and if your closing ratio was, goodness sakes, what is it, 10%? 15% of the persons? Our ratio closes 90%. If you come into our academy, we will close from the time I meet you to the time you join and enroll and get selected, we'll close 90% of people from our applications. But if you get 1 client, you understand how that works? You're 80% closing, so goodness sakes. Somebody else, your average dollar sale. I got 1 minute.
$145.
$145. So $145, so help me out, Gina. $145, how many clients does he need to get? Come on, help me out, honey. You're a D, okay? What's the math? How much does 145 divided into 2,000? 10? At least 20? So he needs 20 people to buy from him as a result of coming to the expo. Does this make sense to anybody? So work this out with your teams. Thank you for your time. I'd love to help you, but I'm out of time.
And just a reminder, we have our Expo Business After Hours at the Delta Community Credit Union. We're going to be having our Platinum Plate competition that night, so come try all the foods from our great vendors that are going to be at Expo. And then if you enjoyed this seminar and want to come back to our follow-up seminar, it's called Prospects to Profit, and that is on September 20th, and you can already register online for it. And again, do not forget to come visit Creative, I'm sorry, your name just changed. Okay. The Rotary of Peachtree City, Social Life Online, Jaco, and our sponsor, Minuteman Press. Thank you.